Makes sense of both sides right now.
Run low, gold on wood with a gentle glow. Password simple, be polite. That's the key to the better night. Bartender nods with a knowing smile. We settle the day for a little while, counting four, shoulders down. Let the bass increase the frown. Speak easy, deep grooves, let it ride. Soft on the edges, strong inside. No rush, no push, both feet sure. Speak easy, deep grooves, endure. Stays kind, small clear thoughts in a tidy mind. We trade good news, not to impress, just steady hearts, gentle success. Room makes space for the quiet cool, patience turning into fuel. If nights get loud, we'll choose the lane where calm is king and joy is plain. We'll leave a light by the door you found, so others stepping safe and sound. Speak easy grooves, let it ride. Soft on the edges, strong inside. No rush, no push, clean and pure. Speak easy, deep grooves, endure. Deep grooves, we
keep me steady on the last train home. Say we're more than drift and chrome. Lights slide by in silver frames. I am yours if you feel the same. Hold me close, don't look away. Let the stations fade away. I don't need a perfect plan, only your fingers in my hand. Cold blue seats and midnight air. Window lines become a prayer. Post a smile from other lives. We ride quiet, safe inside. Your shoulder leans and I release. size drops into peace. I was running all day long. Now your breathing turns it calm. Every stop is asking to choose. I am done with careful moves. If you're ready, say it straight. I'll be brave, we won't be late. Keep me steady on the last train home. Tell me now, not by the phone. Let the tunnels write our names. I am here, I feel the same. Hold me close and let it be. We can write a simple creed. I don't need a flawless plan. Only your fingers in my hand. Don't rush, stay close. Don't rush, stay close. Neon flickers in the glass. Old mistakes roll back and pass. You laugh once and tap my knee. Suddenly I wanna be all the parts I hid away. Out in light of life today. We are two and that's enough. City holds us soft and tough. If we miss our corner, fine. We'll walk farther down the line. Count the lights and choose a street. Make tonight a quiet beat. Keep me steady on
Yeah,
the last
by the way, boys, one sec.
say we're
I'm
more
just
than skin and bone.
have to do something
Lights slide
for
by
my
like gentle
fucking
flames.
teeth.
I am yours if you feel the same. Hold me close, don't look away. Let the stations drift away. I don't need a perfect plan.
Alright, fucking hell.
Only your fingers in my hand. Stay close, stay close. Stay close, stay close.
I don't know if I will take this. Was good, Shinji. I'm not sure if it's you that's see, bro. I don't like this as a top range at the moment. Nice, bro. Getting close, getting close. Instagram's growing slowly, my man, so hopefully I can do another giveaway soon. YouTube's growing, TikTok's growing. And then hopefully, man, I want to start something middle of the year. If I can start getting myself sorted, bro, see if I can help you out, bro. This is now inverse this, I think this means to sink high into this high. And then this becomes inverse to push higher to this high.
They sold me dreams wrapped in gold.
slow and steady, my man. Slow and steady. Just provide value, and that's all I can do. My day is good, bro. It's been a bit lazy so far. I woke up, did everything I needed to do, so yeah, bro, just was trying to kill some time until trading stream, to be honest. So this this level here is a 15-minute inverse, which we rejected, but not really delivering away from. Ideally, I would have liked to see this come down to here and then go higher, because then this would reprice this range. So that's why I was marking out this as a potential inversion. But I gotta wait for some sort of confirmation. If we come down, I just want to keep in touch with this guy, because once we close here and we inverse this, yeah, interactive brokers, Guardians, their margins are fucking stupid. They need to lower them to remain competitive, I reckon. AMP futures is like proper. Hard to ignore how bullish we are coming up out of here. Yeah. Like, for them to say that you need fucking, what is it, 26k I think it's 26k for a mini. Their website actually is so annoying to use. Yeah, what the fuck is this? 26,000 intraday maintenance for one mini. And AMP is 1,000 USD. I think we're bullish for this session. We've inversed this 15-minute. We fulfilled this range. We are trading higher, and I feel like it wants to fill this gap. The weakness of this push down is pretty weak, so I think this wants to round up to here. But we'll see, because I can frame both sides. This can also trade back down into this 15-minute inversion first. This is inverse, so if we close underneath here, I may take a short, because my original plan was to take a short off this inverse here. Limit this, protect it at the high. But it depends what we do. I don't really like that we've pushed up and they're chopping. Crazy to think though, that a 500k personal account is like being funded with 150k Propfirms accounts, say. But there's people that are able to do 5k payout on a 50k account. I think the maths on that is right? 250 funded accounts. What a dream. But it's the reality. Like, people don't realize that all you have in this account is this. This is all we have. Only obviously once you get past it, then you start building in drawdown. But if you start even with a 50k personal account, it's like being funded, max funded on 5 firms. You don't really need a lot of personal income, personal live capital to make a lot of money. So this is just confirming that it wants to see fire at this point. But I'll stay patient. I haven't traded in a few days. These accounts rebuild, by the way. So we are doing okay for now. Full green week last week. I prefer bearish because from market continuation, we have done, I don't know if this is fulfilled 50%, or it has pretty much, but then this is the continuation leg lower, and then this is the continuation leg lower. So that's why I was framing shorts originally. But it might be a case where it wants to seek above these highs first. We might want to seek above here and continue down. So that's why. I will trade what I see. This was bad, by the way, boys. I don't know if you saw that tilting video, but yeah. I got a bit tilted the other day off stream, which I recorded and uploaded as a video, but we ain't doing it again because that was awful. This candle trade for me is going to be quite important because we've printed this 5,000 and 5,000 always outweighs the 2,000. So even if we inverse this smaller 2,000, this 5,000 could still close bullish. This year I might have to play a short, and I am going to. We'll stop at the high. I'm going to target. This could be a loss, this could be a W, but I'm going to play my overall framing of what I think is going to happen. And if it's a loss, it's a loss, but this printed within the gap, and this is a pretty bearish signal for me to be short. We're printing away from this 15-minute inversion. It's a 50% retracement, so I could be wrong, but I need to trade systematically this week, boys, because that's what I've been doing and that's what's been working. So could be a loss, could be a win, doesn't bother me. I take my trade and that's it. If it's a quick loss, I'm not going to tilt. I'm just going to end the stream and I'm going to come back tomorrow. I just got to accept. I've got to accept it as it comes. And this is most likely going to be a loss. It's okay. But I need to take a loss anyway to reset my fucking signals. So I need to take a good loss. Yeah, the 5's inversed. So it's It's a very contradictory trade, but anyway. If it's a quick stop out, it's a quick stop out. Conflicting, inverse this on the 5, we inverse this on the 5. We're in this old 5-minute inversion here. We've traded into this. So yeah, it's a bit tricky. It could also just be an ugly sort of session as well. But I've got soccer tonight, so I can't trade London anyway, so. I'm not really liking how this is closing out back to the upsides. Whatever. What's your bias, Guardius? I reckon your bias is long. That's probably true as well. That is probably true. I really did enter because of the this doji swing back into the range. So if this wants to trade lower and then push up, then I'm just wrong in the direction. But for me, this signals that the framework for the short is more stronger than the long. And then you also have liquidity trapped under here. I would appreciate it to go higher, but I would prefer if it retrades this area first, then goes up. So framing the long as my overall bias after inversing. This is what I'd like to see. It could do this and then do what I want, but it could also just go down. And again, if this closes bearish, this confirms it, and it's a trade that probably should be. So we'll see. A lot of area to work through for this to make sell off. Let's see, boys. 1.5R, fixed risk. Keep it as is. Don't fuck around with it. Just let the market do what it wants to do. I'm not liking the market the past couple of days, I'll be honest. We're being very gappy on the 5,000, so I've had to mark out a lot of areas. And I'm not really liking it. When I was trading the system these days, there was less areas to work off. So we're pretty tight, and then we'd have these big sort of, you know, areas to work off. But recently it's just been uber one directional, and I'm not a biggest fan of that, but we'll see. A lot of rejection up in this area, so a quick run to the low and then sweep past it would be subliminal. It would be subliminal. We've got a long way to go, Shinji, my bro. I mean, even on this trade, I think the logical thing to do would be take the smaller loss and accept the outcome. But until I pass these accounts, I'm going to stay with my fixed system, boys. I know that long term it's not the right thing to do because protect the downside is more important, but I want to have no intervention on the trades that I take until I can be consistent. What's good, G? What's good? I mean, this realistically should hit this. If anything, I should be break even on this, but I won't be because this still has the potential to retrade this and then continue lower, which is very likely. I ain't fucking around with this, the trade. I'm gonna let it play out. Hourly, it looks nice. It looks okay. Doesn't look fantastic, but it looks okay. Again, this level is like a rejection level because it is this large sort of area that's sort of being used as, you know, support, retrade, break through it. It wants to fight with this level. But I'd say the hourly coming out of this 1 hour inverse. Again, I'd just like to see a 50% of this as the next sort of move. So let's see, boys. It does look bearish, but yeah, I just got to be wary of this. I've got to be wary of this coming all the way back up to here to tap this, and then from here, if it inverses, this will be a stop out. But like I said, what happens ain't up to me. It's not up to me anymore. I've accepted the risk. I can fucking worry about the next trade that I take. I agree. This is like, it's fulfilled two things. This is pretty bearish, so although this hasn't tapped 50%, this is enough for me. And we have this as a continuation leg, back into previous sweat. And then we have this as the continuation, ideally to send lower from. Now it doesn't, I'm not trying to target this low, I just want to target the ID, which again, could fail, but I really like the 3 minute has pushed all the way back above here and then sold off aggressively, so I'd just like to see this just tap and go or just sell off. This is my favorite thing to see if I'm in a trade prior to it, because this doesn't allow many people to get into a trade. And then if someone has shorted this, their 1-for-1 sits here, my TP is not far away from that. Not many people trade a 1-for-1. A lot of people would like to target low of day. This is the trade that people want. And then my trade is 8-10. For a 1-5. I much prefer this. Slender low, ideally. But I don't want to see this retrade. I would like to see aggression, ideally. Push it low. This is the importance as well of just luck. You know, I fucking tilted on Friday. And yeah, mindset's okay again. We like it, we like it. I've accepted this happening. I know I would like this stuff, but I've accepted this. That's it, that's all I can do. At the moment, we're still holding, so I really like a close underneath this level here. A bearish close underneath this level would be awesome, which is this. Just push through, fuck it. Let's go, let's go. Ideally, we don't like a tap and go, sweep and go. I'd hate that, but we are a bit like that this session. Sweep and reverse, so yeah, this isn't my favorite thing to do, but anyway. I'm not a huge fan of what we're doing here. At all. Ugly as fuck, though. So bullish. It's a very ugly close for me. We'll reduce it to low because once we sweep this low, I don't want to see this trade all the way back up to here for a full loss. I know what you mean, but now, like, once this is inverse, this has to become my invalidation point. Anywhere in here, the trade's still valid. Above here, I'd say the trade's invalid. So I'm happy to take this as a loss and call it for the session. Or if we win on it, we win on it, but yeah. I want to protect, for me, protect the downside more than the upside. It's extremely annoying when it does that. I mean, logically, could I have just taken this at above a 1 hour and been okay with that? Yeah, but there's a problem with fixed RR systems as well. Sometimes you're not actually trading the market, you're trading an ID. So we've protected the downside to half risk, and then we let this just play out. This is now. I never want to restrict my profit. I'd rather restrict how much I can lose, but as the one loss rule for me has to still apply. I'm not gonna go trade $145 in the next position just to try to be back at break even. It's not worth the mental stress. This is ugly though. It's because the market is pretty choppy. We've done enough here to come down for it to come all the way back up here, sweep this low, and then like it's very likely that it just pushes up. And then my stop being here is also very likely to be wrong. So anyway. Also have a tiny inversion here, so if this wants to deliver away from it, that would be awesome, and it will give me confidence to hold until here. It's nice if it wants to, again, just trade back to this low and just take out this liquidity here, and this should be tagged. What I will do is that if it does come near this low and then reinverse this, I'm just going to close it, and then I'll risk $300 on another. I'm not going to let, like Guardia said, I'm not going to let this fail here again. You know what I mean? I don't want to see this push down and then wick this and then come up back here. I'd rather just take a 1-to-1 and call it on that trade, because this has done everything it needs to now deliver to this low. I don't need to see it even pretty much lose above this high, but definitely now, like, again, shouldn't do this, but we'll see. I'll manage it as it occurs. What's good, Sean? What is good, my brother? Gotta be aware of this as well. This is also a range here. What's happening today, my bro? What's good? How's the weather where you are? How's life? Got market structure. Market structure dashboard. For this stuff, it seems quite helpful, honestly. This is pretty cool. What the fuck is this, bro? Let me fucking favorite this. This looks awesome. Even as an indication, like this is, I believe this is saying that this is at the low. So, this is what I mean, boys. If it just wicks this and pushes back up, I gotta close it. Let's get a tag on it. I might just take this off here because it seems to be fucking
Order
around.
filled.
Maybe not a full 1.5R, but I'm not gonna let this just wick back. It would have hit, so whatever, $30. But again, should I have held it? Maybe, whatever. Good trade around. But that little fucking, yeah, I don't want to see it pull back on me with the way it's wicking. So probably what, 1.4R on that trade. It's okay. W trade, W. Oh, I'm excited. Shit G's me up, man. This shit G's me up. Nah, I'm not the GOAT, bro. I'm a long way away from the GOAT, Shinji. I'm an unprofitable spastic. I'm just finally sensing a change in my ability. It's really, really refreshing. Anyway, next trade, all that matters, boys. I ain't trading London today, so I am going to. Well, appreciate that, bro. You're too kind, Shinji. I am a human being, and you're a human being, bro. We are equals. Maybe I understand situations themselves, maybe not equal. I'm very blessed to be fortunate with the life that I have, but I believe that we are all created equal. I believe that that's how the world should view each other. But I appreciate that, bro. It G's me up. It makes me happy. Bro, I really wish, like, you can only have 5 indicators. Not that I need the, I low-key like this more than previous day and high. Like previous day high, I don't really use anyway. I do like just seeing them, but FVG, day text. Maybe I don't need day text. It's a bit, yeah. Yeah, that's what I do that. I am going to pay attention to that, Sean, because I actually low-key like this. Yeah, I just... Alright, so if we're on a 3-minute, what's it say now? We are close to the 5-minute low. We are bearish market structure on the 4-hour, 15-minute. Look at that. Bearish, bearish, bearish. Take a short and it hits. It's pretty sick. I'm gonna keep this on. Fucking hell, bro. This is some proper fucking techie shit, bro. Sorry boys, I'm just fucking around with this. This is pretty cool. I actually really like this, Sean. Appreciate that. I really like this. Previous day high and low told me I can just intertwine this with this. Oh wow. Wow, 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 wow. Then I got my day text back on. It's a bit of a J up. Wow, bro. What an indicator. What an indicator, dude. I feel like a little kid. I have OCD with visual formats, boys, so this is why I get so like into it. Don't mind me what I'm doing here. I'm a fan of that. Alright, enough fucking around with my indicators. I'll fuck around with this later. We'll look for our next trade. So this delivered fully, which is sweet. It's delivering really bearish. Every single inverse is being tapped into and traded away from. So we've done that 3 times now. Inverse here, close below, tap, retrade. This one here, close below, tap, retrade. That's why this one here, and then this one here. I did take that prematurely, but that's because I had this one marked out. And so we had closed under, and then my entry was technically meant to be a limit on this. But I didn't put a limit on that. Because I wanted to see it, and then once we had that close, I took it. But uber bearish PA right now. So with what is currently going on, can I make this a bit smaller or no? It's alright. On the left. Oh, now you guys can't see that. It's underneath my camera. Top left. No, it looks the best in the top right. Light mode. Look at that. The volume just changed, sure. This is great. This is great. This is fucking bearish, by the way. Holy shit. Holy shit. What's going on? I did have a bounce level here. There's 2 bounce levels I've marked out. Got this 5,000 inversion here, this here, and this double stacked one here. I'm pretty happy with how my mindset's currently working as well, boys. We've seen this shit. Like, I don't care that this is running. I'm actually just happy to catch my little move and fucking move on. I guess now it would just be paying attention to what happens in these bounce levels if we get some sort of inversion, or do I just play for EMA continuation at about 50% of this range? We might, if we run and take the low, then I probably wouldn't be interested in anything, because this is this extreme volume, boys. And this is extreme, so we were a part of it, but I like even ignoring this stuff. I just like this to me is even cool. I really like this structure thing, because this, I'd imagine, is tagging your breakup structures. Like if we look on a 5 minute, we've broken this low or this low, so this is probably lower low. Wait, if we I'm talking shit, but you know what I'm trying to say. Swing labels, alright. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. 15 minute, we're near the swing low. Fucking hell, boys, what a move. That's a fucking naughty candle, boys. And it's saying that the weekly is bullish, which I agree with. We're probably bullish until we take this low. Daily, it says is neutral, which I agree with. 4 hour, definitely bearish. I really like it. I really like it. I'ma keep it. I'ma keep it on. Fuck with it. Fuck with it heavy. I might just play around with it to try and make it a bit more like transparent. But besides that, I'm gonna keep it. Holy move, boys. Holy move. Alright, next trade. What are we looking for? Nothing. This is too bearish for me to get involved. Crazy, boys. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That is a fucking juice of a 3 minute candle. People say you can't trade Asia session. It's not always this nice, but this. We got so much aggression to the downside. This is blasting through everything. And the 1 hour probably looks hella bearish right now. Look at that previous day low. Marks it out as well. So we're running towards it. I really like this. Sorry for blazing you so much wrong, but yeah, I appreciate it, bro. I mean, this has to be the draw, right? How many are on the hourly from this close? If you're taking it from that high, off that bearish, yeah, at least 2 or 3 almost now. If that's what you're talking about, off that close. 2.5 to the low, and then 3 is pretty much where the wicks are. 2 hours there. Fucking hell, man. I would like to, yeah. I mean, it always kills knowing that I could have made like 1500 and been close to passing. But that's not what's important, because this doesn't happen that often. Had we done this
when I was in this move, like had we, I mean, I would have been tagged out, but sometimes I think about if I leave you know, one runner, two monitors, yeah. I used to have three, but I changed back to two. It was becoming overly distracting. But I like to choose a good balance. I do sometimes think that a third would be helpful, but I really like just having one. I agree. That actual is fucking genius, and I agree. Nice, bro. Nice. Yeah, it was a good trade. Always daunting, still for me. But at the moment, I'm just trying to build the trust with the system. And the trust is showing. We'll take Friday out of the equation. But this is looking a lot better, boys. I don't know if you boys have been around for a while, but this is a lot better for me. Like with these sort of stats, $2,000 on a 50k account, we're talking about within the month from the 16th to the 16th, we're at what, almost 3%? 3% on a personal account? 3R? Can't be mad at this. From for me, passing these accounts is a test of the system and profitability, and then I'm gonna become okay with say risking like $600 per trade, risk 600 or risk 500 to make 750, and then, you know, pass accounts quicker and then be okay with blowing the account. But this to me is proving system is okay. And then just making sure that I limit fucking tilting and shit like I did on Friday, because that was a flashback that I did not enjoy. I ended it pretty quickly, but all it takes is it to start for it to fucking do the damage. It just can't happen. Where'd you get in, BW? Daily, hourly, and other monitor to see big levels. Yeah. For now, I just have my stream and stuff on the left screen with the YouTube chat. One of my goals this year was just to simplify my process. Which I did, but I agree. It's good to have. The only problem was, I don't know if it'll show you here, but I used to have fucking, look at all these ones that I made. I used to do the dumbest shit, but my charts used to look like this on my second monitor, and it was just really confusing. I used to do this and then have fucking, oh, this just looks fucking retarded. I'll go back here. Anyway, I used to have quad monitors on my second screen. I used to have daily 4 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute, and trade on 3 minute, and it was just fucking confusing. Now for me, I just look at one chart and I just watch price action and finding it better. I think we're gonna get previous day low. I already have taken previous day low, I'll take it back. I think we're gonna get a full external low. I can't execute on anything here anymore, boys. I guess the only other thing here, I'm not sure if there was. No, there wasn't. Yeah, there wouldn't have been a second trade. I mean, technically here, once we sweep this internal and then close here, taking a close of this, but this would have been a very different trade, and I wouldn't have liked that. I probably would have traded this as the retrade. Anyway, I think here is going to be hard to catch something of similar quality. %50 level sits about here, which will then turn this level of previous support into resistance. So potentially, depending on how long I trade for, see if we can get continuation above here. But I'm not sure if we will get that. And if it does take this this weekly low, yeah, honestly, shorts are paying right now, but I gotta stick to my system. I have to. I mean, even here, like I said, every time we sort of are touching into these inverses we're selling away from. Here, close, push down, back in, bang, trade away. Close, bang, trade back into, like every single, we just track this level that I'm marking out, boys. What I see on this 2000 tick chart that no one uses but me. I don't know why I use it, but I like it. Close under, retrade into it, push away. Close under, retrade into it, push away. Close through that, don't retrade it. Here, we don't necessarily close under it, but we come back into it, retrade away. Same thing here. Retrade into it. Sort of gap there. And then here, we push through and don't necessarily retrade it, but this one here as well. Close, push in. For me, it's just, I don't know, this tick chart for me is just, well, fucking gives me a boner. And it's not even like, that was in live, but this, in hindsight, this shit is just magical. Like this here, as a continuation play, it's just exquisite shit. Like, let me change the color of this little one here because I saw this. And if I go into a 3-minute chart, it probably will look okay, but it just doesn't look the same. Boys, I don't know if I'm onto something here. I mean, on the 1 minute, it looks very clean. It's an inversion, balanced price range, bearish. I mean, this is even on a 1 minute, it's actually clean. Inverse perfectly, push up, and then re-inverse. This is the trade, he's like fucking mad. I used to. Probably looks okay on the 2 minute, yeah. But I just gravitate towards my tick chart because, I don't know, this to me is just like, I don't know. And then this level generally gets used in the future. Yeah. I found, for me, it's like whatever, you know that thing, it's like whatever works for you, just stick to it. I'm just finding success with trading tick charts. So I just have full belief in sticking to it. It's not perfect, you know, like anything, but it's really helping me find confidence in what I'm doing. And if I look back at what I'm really enjoying now is being able to look back at any trade I've taken besides the Friday And if we look at Friday, where I entered right on this short, I'll tell you exactly what happened here. So I took a short right here. I'll be honest, I marked this out as an inversion point, and because we were so bearish like we were today, I just for some reason set up a limit order like this instead of waiting. And I don't know why I did that. And then obviously I went on that little tilt. Then I prematurely entered here on this candle, and what I should have been doing is waiting for an inversion, which may have came here. I still would have got stopped out. Keep in mind, it wouldn't have been a profitable trade. But, yeah. You know, had I just waited for better levels, maybe, you know, marked out these inversions here, waited for 50%, marked out some sort of level, or, you know, maybe it could have been a better day, but anyway. Again, this, if I had taken this trade, I know for sure I would have been happy with the loss because it would have been systematic, whereas this was just a blind short. And then I mean, eventually you do get sort of the trade, whether it's this one here, we'll push above a few more times, but then this level is the sort of same level that gets used. Push low into a low, so. And then on these continuation plays, it's beautiful. Close below, trade back into it, EMA. And we push back up. Don't get anything, so you're not anything, nothing, 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 nothing. Push down. And then this, you know, whether you're waiting for this or you then extend it, whatever. Not perfect, like I said, but it, you know, I notice it just a lot. A lot of these are hindsight, but I fuck with it. I fuck with it. I fuck with it heavy. Anyway, what are we doing now? We are getting near the low. It's quite a bullish hammer. And like, this is also, like I said, this 5,000 level, we didn't tag it, but we got very close as a bounce level, which is just this old 5,000 inversion. Like, I always wonder if I get fractal with this 5,000, 2,000, and I go to like a 500 tick chart, if I could like learn how to trade like this. Because you could easily trade this for like a 1 hour. Yeah, exactly. It's like that. That's exactly what it is. Is the execution time is you don't know when it's gonna close because the tick candle. Yes, that's so true. A tick chart could be fucking, for anyone else, what it means, what I agree with. For this 2,000 tick chart to close, 2,000 orders are building this candle, right? So it could be bearish, bullish, bearish. We're on 1,900 orders, 1,900, 1,990, and then boom, 2,000. So it's very hard to know which way it's going to be closing and when it's going to close and what price it's going to close. Whereas a time frame chart, you know that this candle is going to close at 15. So in 3 minutes, guaranteed this 3-minute candle will close. A tick chart, you never know when this 5,000 tick chart is going to close because you don't know how many orders. There probably is a way to find out, but I'll give an example. From open to here, we printed 13, 14 bars in 3 hours. And then from this candle where we sold off, we printed 14 bars, the same amount, or 13 bars in 48 minutes. So this chart is not showing time. This is just showing, again, order flow. And you find that the tick chart really fucking Asia to if we do Asia to London, about here 7. So from open all the way to the end of this is London and Asia session, right, boys? That's all of Asia and London session, which is why I like the tick chart. Because then New York, when we open at say 1:30 or 12:30 here, this is all of New York session, the tick chart. So see that at the top? I can't point to it. Right here. 7 hours, 350 bars. And then we go here. 14 hours, 100 bars. So again, it can really give you an indication. And that's why I'm a big advocate for when a candle like this closes bullish. It's very important. It's very important for what the market's telling you. Because every time we have these swing dojis, or bullish hammers, or bearish confirmations, or dojis, like, they tend to be swing points in the market. I say it almost every stream at this point, but again, I reinstill the belief that it works. All the way back to when I got funded in one trade on Tradeify is the same thing. I traded a tick chart, and then I didn't have any money to continue doing it. So got the entire range. Like I said, technically this is the range that sold us lower, so this marks and lines up with my continuation level. I would like to see if we can slow grind up to here, consolidate, sweep, and then come back for this. I would like to see that, if we get that. Yeah, exactly. So like that 5,000 doji thing, it doesn't work without like a level, you know what I mean? Which I agree with what God's saying. So like if we just go back to a random day in price and we just mark out a, let's go, yeah, let's pick this, whatever. So let's say we've marked out this, we've repriced continuation, and then we go down to here, and then we have, alright, what levels do I want to see? Alright, then I come into the session, I mark out this as a 5,000 inversion. I'm waiting, bang, 5,000 doji, 5,000 doji, like that. I'm expecting price to trade up into here, and then I want to play this short, or this short, or this short. Has to be used in context. Can't just take blind doji, which I did do. I used to do that. It doesn't work. I mean, even on this, I believe there was a 15-minute inversion or something where this doji occurred. Maybe a 5-minute. I was looking back into price. No. Anyway, it has to be used in context. There's only 4 views, but hopefully that helps. Like this for me isn't a contextual doji. Number one, 2000 isn't as important for those sort of structure flips, but it does help. And that's why this 5,000, when it occurred in this gap here, some of these never. But yeah, when I saw this candle here, this one right here. If in line with my bias is the reason I press short on it. And then once we inverse this, I have confidence. Whether or not I took the short here, I still would have taken this as a short. I probably just would have had my stop at this high. It wouldn't have changed anything. Maybe my TP would have been a little bit further away. I would have been a bit more scared in the trade, but the real one, like I said, should have been this because it is the inversion. On the 5,000 or the 2,000, this one. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. When this was printing, it didn't look this clean, but that's why that hindsight has to turn to foresight. That sounds like some wisdom type shit, but it's actually true. Like now it makes like so much sense. We were here and then we swept here and we went lower. But when this is printing, this looks super bullish to me. So again, if this chart did this, everyone would say, oh, this makes sense as well, because we inversed this and pushed up. So it just has to be in line with everything. See how it's testing the high closes. Alright, let me try work this out. So see how it's testing the high closes, as in these high closes. Yeah. That's something I maybe instinctively look at, but I like it because this on a lower time frame then just becomes your 1 minute fair value gaps that people are trading usually, or you know, not specifically, but maybe order blocks or fucking whatever else. But yeah, it's nice to see that. So yeah, for me, I'd like to see us push above here in this area near VWAP, so then maybe take a trade back lower. But we have swept this external, so there's actually no need for us to sweep this unless, you know, my entire bias is bearish, which it is. On the 4 hour, I'd expect this low to be the next target. But it could be a London or New York delivery, so this could just start creating liquidity all session, keep stopping out people going short, generate liquidity all session. London could push up, take out early shorters, and then New York could deliver. So I can only trade what I see, which is if we come up here and then do it. Because the reason I was able to take a short here is because we fulfilled the premium discount of this leg into the 5,000 version. So framing new level based on what we have just seen, if I pretty much delete, keep this one, but new levels are going to sit here. I really like this as a level. This is low. So, a few different areas I'd like to see price sort of come back up into. There's a few stack levels here as well. So, I mean, this whole area to me is pretty fucking important. Yeah, I don't pay attention to the 1 hourly enough, to be honest. I probably pay attention more to the 4 hourly. Maybe I need to. I do notice that the 1 hourly, like, for me, if there's one time frame chart I could trade for the rest of my life, for me it'd be the 15-minute, but I guess there it's a fractal 1 hourly, you know. What's good, Thomas, bro? I pretty much try to stream Asia session every day, and Asia session is going to be more frequent than London because with the moment, how I trade, if I take a loss and that occurs in Asia, I don't trade London for the rest of the day. But most, ideally, bro, 5 days a week, because I don't trade New York session. I only won't trade Asia if I have something on, or the only time I don't trade London on a Tuesday when I play soccer. Besides that, I try and stream both. Like today, I would stream London if I stop trading here, because I follow this, which means one win, I can take one more trade, one win, one loss, I stop. I've only taken a win today. But if I take a loss, I stop. So Asia, one win. If I don't take any more trades, trade in London. If I take a loss in Asia, no trade in London. If I take a win, stop. So, but yes, every day ideally, bro. Every day ideally. I didn't trade Asia yesterday because it was the fucking Donald Trump day. Yeah, bro. 12 to 2. If you're in Sydney, 12 to 2, and then for London. That's with the current time zones. This would change to 10 to 12 and 5 to 7 when the time zones flip back in April. But this is the current setup. Yeah, awesome, bro. Appreciate that, bro. I'm not an expert. Just a heads up, I'm not a guru. I'm just fucking working this shit out as I go, bro. Yeah. But I've been doing it for a while, so you'd fucking hope that it starts to improve. I've been doing this for a while. Hope that's nice, bro. I'm actually due a trip. I've never been to Tasmania, but I want to do some solitary type travel this year, so Hobart is actually on the list for like a country style, still Australian getaway. Yeah, bro, facts. It is, bro. And I feel like trading is only getting, I got something in my eye. Trading is only getting more popular. And I think that more people understanding that community aspect's huge about it. But yeah, when you're, Guardian assist has you as well. But I like hiking, I like nature, I like sightseeing, I love all that stuff. I haven't traveled in 2 years, so like I've gone on little local trips, but not overseas, or even I haven't gotten on a plane in a while. And it does get lonely. Late night tilt sessions and fucking no one to speak to. I just save this so I do get asked this from time to time.
Balance flips, little buzz in my pocket.
So now, like, this is one thing I want to see. So technically, right here we've swept this. This becomes now a 2000 inverse. So push above. I don't like the stop distance, but realistically, the trade does come back into 50%. So I would like to see what this looks like. I get scared to take this after I've had a win, I'll be honest. And sometimes this is the right trade to take. Because there was one other day where I took a win, and then straight after we had this exact same thing happen. I believe it was here, yeah, this trade. So the same thing, I had this low. I took the short trade off this 2000 inversion. And then we had this. And this should have been the trade that I took. And I didn't. And it ran straight away. And then this was targeting the same thing, almost, you know, just above 50%, but more so 50% of this. So this is the same trade as what's currently going on now, same framework, but slightly less favorable with the aggression, maybe. We'll see. Still a long way to go to pass these accounts, but this equity curve is... I'm gonna frame this shit, bro. Make bed sheets. Whereabouts in Tassie are you from? There was one point I was gonna buy an investment property in Tassie. Tell you where it was. Let's see if it's near you. Devonport, I believe it was. I don't know if that's a fucking popular area. But I think Devonport's done pretty well when I did do it. Yeah, it's almost doubled since 2021, 22. And we also have this 5000 inverse as well, so it makes it even more stronger. And this would have actually changed the risk to reward slightly after this. But anyway, let's take it on what we would have seen originally, which is this. What's good VXT, bro? I try to be. On Friday, I went live for 10 minutes and then took a loss. And then I had to end the stream because I was angry, and then I started tilting off stream, but I've been pretty consistent since coming back to trading. Like I said to Thomas, I'm not an expert, bro, but I'm working it out, getting consistent. But most funny, I just said this to you boys as well. Yeah, this is the times that I stream, and this is the rules that I follow. So I stream in Asia. If I take a loss, I stop. I probably stop the stream as well. If I take a win, I can take another win in Asia and I'll just stop trading for the day. If I take a win and I don't, I'll come back in London. And if I take a loss, I just stop. If I take 2 wins, I stop. But if I take 2 wins, I'm usually in a pretty good mood, so I just hang out. But yeah, Asia pretty much most 5 days a week at a minimum. London varies, sometimes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days a week. Usually 4 max for London, 5 Asia always. Unless I actually have something on. At the end of the day, this is like what I'm working on as my primary job, so like I have to show up.
unless there's like a public holiday or a bank holiday or something specific, then hopefully that answers your question, BXT, my brother. I'm staying patient here because I took my setup and we fucking, I mean, where did I even get in versus how far we ran? It was a small portion of that move. And I fucking sold quick. 6 minutes on 100 points is mental. I don't mind on the Tuesday stream because I play soccer on Saturday nights. Depending on if my game today's at 7, so it stacks up with London Open, and so I don't really like coming back and trading like 2 hours into London Open, which I can do, but I don't really like that. But if my game's ever at like 9 or 6:30, then I can. Today's the 7 PM game. So, oh gosh, I'm gonna be trading London today, boys. So I don't mind hanging out on this. See if we can come back up into here, but I'm not gonna force anything because yeah, no need. No need. Look, I actually about to make, or I already made it, I just haven't posted it and on Instagram and whatnot. Anyway, aside the point, let me explain something, right? Yes, bro, that comment needs fucking, bro, it's just a goated comment. It's just a goated comment. Anyway. This is actually what we're doing, right? When we're trading a fucking funded account, Propfirms I or whatever the fuck we're doing, right? So what we've got to remember, BXT, is this is fucking unrealistic as shit, right? Because if we could make 150% every month, if we could make 150% per month, right? Let's say we put in a $2,000 account. And then every month, well, this I can't even put 150% in because they know it's fucking unrealistic. Let's say we put in $2,000 and our compounded is 150%. Let's say we pass a Propfirms I every month, right? This is what I'm trying to get at. I just want you guys to understand why what we're doing is unrealistic, right? So Propfirms number 1 is not, this says enough. There should never be that many zeros, right? I think personally, from my level of belief in myself currently, I think that anywhere from 1 to 3% or 1 to 4% per month is probably realistic. So let's just use the 50k account balance itself, right? 1 to 4% per month. So what this means is your 50k account grows by $500 to $2,000 per month on the 50k balance, right? I think this is realistic. So for example, I've traded this for a month now. I've been trading these accounts for a month, since the 16th to the 16th, let's just say. I got myself into 1% of drawdown, and now I'm sitting at about, you know, 1.25, 1.5-ish, 1.25% of increase, right? Now the goal of Propfirms is not to be fucking doing this for months on end, right? So knowing that this is the game, you play the game how it's meant to be played, right? But building a system that can do this, and then, you know, scaling it into this game is how you want to do. So I'd say if you can find a system that does this, right, whatever makes sense to you, if it's a 1R system, you know, 1 to 1R, $300, $200 risk, $400 risk, whatever, something that you can grow 50k balance into 51k by the end of the month, then you can then go here and then, you know, risk. Because technically when I risk here $300, right, I'm risking $300 on $2,000 drawdown. So that is essentially a 15% risk, right? I'm risking 15% to make, I think, 20%-ish. Is this making sense, bro? I don't know if this is making sense. This is the game, this is realistic, and this is what we're actually doing. So I know that this is a game. For me, I would be comfortable risking a lot more than I am currently, because my win rate at the moment is pretty high. I'm building a lot of confidence with my system. It's only a 1.5R system, so, you know, max upside is 450, you know, 420-ish. These trades are cut, some of them short. This was the tilt day, this is the second trade. But again, I got scared out of this. But most days sit between risking 300 and making 450 is realistic. My risk parameters that I'm following as well is this, right? So this is how I am currently trying to protect my downside days. So one loss I stop, one win I can take one more trade. If I win, it's plus 450 or plus 420 in this case. If I take another trade, I risk that same 300. I can end the day plus 150. Or if I take another win, you know, 2 wins, then I'm up plus 900. And this is from only risking 300 on a 1.5R system. So this is what I follow. Every single person does this differently, right? But I'd say that this is what's currently helping me. And it's not gonna be, yeah, the risk to, yeah, never exceed 2% risk. I agree. And I as well don't know how much into your sort of journey you are, bro, but I have experience with blowing accounts as well. Depending on the person, losing this account can feel quite shit. If I lost these accounts, it would suck. It would annoy me. I'd probably have to go for a walk and fucking yell to myself and whatnot. But the game is knowing that this is unrealistic, so blowing an account is realistic. If that makes sense. This is for a live personal account. This is the profit game. So knowing this, we're just trying to catch a streak of profitability, right? For me, this month of trading is proving I have discipline in sticking to my system. Tilted day, cutting winners short, not sticking to full TP. These are all refinements I'm building into it while I try pass these accounts, if that makes sense. If I can prove to myself and pass this by trading profitably, the same way I would by trading a live account, because that's how I'm currently doing it. Yeah, then I'm more than happy to start coming in and risking $600 here to make 900 or $500 to make 750, you know, and then start playing the Propfirm game and scaling. But I've spent so long tilting, blowing accounts and over trading and doing all these things, losing tens, 50, over $100,000 trading, which I am not proud to say, but it's just a reality, to get me to a point where I have to do this now to prove to myself that I can do it, and then build that confidence so then I can scale past this and play the game how it needs to play, and then eventually return back to this on like what me and Guardius think is a 500k account, you know. And then if you make 1% on a 500k account, this can grow by, you know, 5 to 20k per month. Do the math on that, you know, and this is conservative. Even if you're taking the average of 2% per month, and you can, you realistically, boys, can do a lot more than 2% a month. I'm trading a 1.5 hour system. I just need to take 2 wins a month. Bro, this is still an eval, bro. This is still an eval, and I'm okay with that because I'm not trying to prove anything, right? I'm not trading to make money right now. I'm building the consistency so that I can replicate this all on Funded. And then, you know, I'm documenting this. The first day that I opened these accounts, it's live stream. The day that I didn't stream and I tilted, I reported it and posted it. Not many people will show you that. I want to try and I have full belief that I can do it. So I want to try have that documented process. You know, it would be, people would love to, you know, see this as, and it's this saying Express, and I want it to be that as well. But I've had Express accounts, I've had 20 PAs on Apex, I've had 7 Tradeify straight to funded. Being funded means fuck all if you can't trade properly. Really and truly, bro. You know, there's been points where I could have said in my bio, fucking $4 million funded. I had 20 Apex funded accounts, 50k, what's that? 20 times, that's $1 million. 7 straight to funded 150k as a Tradeify, that's another $1 million. 2 million funded trader. It's like, shut up, bro. No one gives a fuck. There's a guy out there with a 10k personal account making more than a 2 million funded trader. You know what I mean? My broski Nana, I use majority 4 hour and 1 hour daily and weekly really. But yeah, 4 hour majority for direction. So ever since this, bearish pretty much overall. 15 minute for structure. So here, coming into the session, 15 minutes bearish, 15 minute structure, premium discount, 50% retracement, close enough. Same thing, 15 minute structure. Here, come up, inverse, sell down. So then the same thing here, 15 minute structure. And then I go over here, and then I'm using the 5,000 tick chart for levels that I want to see traded into. So this we have the 5,000 inverse, and then an entry is a 2,000 tick inversion. So here we had a few ones. We had this one, which we didn't inverse. We did inverse this one here, and we also had this small one in here, which I don't really like small inversions, but I care more about what comes out of it. So this candle here said a lot to me. So I basically just wanted to see what we did once it came above this level. And then once I had this confirmation here, I took this short. And then once we closed here, I was confident in the trade. Enough to hold it for, not to full TP if I'm being honest. But I cut it short a little bit and we took it here. And I only target a 1.5R, so my entry was 824810, which was here. Stop at the high, and my 1.5R is here. And go on 15 seconds just to tidy it up. I entered here, and then I sold pretty much on the close here and cut my trade short. This looks a bit messy, boys, I apologize. Let me delete this first. 768. So yeah, like I said, I closed this. So this was the trade that I took. But I blend time frames as well. So yeah, not just one time frame. It has to be all time frames combined, which is MMXM shit that I have. I believe in. MMXM is just market maker model, but fractal nature of price. So, for example, for this 1 hour candle to print bearish, 4 15-minute candles have to support that idea. Alright, so from the first hour, so this one here, 9 o'clock, this candle, the 9:15, the 9:45, and the 1 hour. These candles make up that 1 hour candle. So if you have a bearish 1 hour candle plus this, it suggests that everything that comes after maybe this close should then be bearish until your external liquidity. This becomes internal to external. So I don't use one time frame, I use multiple time frames. And at the moment, I'm just testing a inversion setup that occurs once we tag a low, but I'm not confident in taking these little stabs because there's so much momentum to the downside, which is usually the reason why it works out, because you usually just V-shape recovery out. This is a bit shit, the way that like usually you'd want to see tag and then run straight. The slow nature of this probably means that we're gonna run back down, and this isn't a trade that I would confidently take. It's a trade that sort of fits the system, but just with the intuition, I wouldn't take it. Even if it hit, it doesn't bother me. Like if this was a W, because I've been limiting myself to taking more higher quality setups, and I would much rather take this to generate liquidity. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm with my rules, like even if a stream is 10 minutes, like I if I take a loss and I'm annoyed, I'm not that type of guy to just sit here and like, there's some days I'll fucking maybe vent or hang out or something, but if I'm like not in sync with the market or having a bad day, I need to get off because I get angry. And more screen time is definitely detrimental. Best thing I've ever heard, boys, Trader Kane. My dude, I learned a lot of shit off. I don't trade how he trades, honestly, but some parts, some things. But he said, we quit our job. I'm gonna write it out. This shit, that comment has stuck with me for a long time. So we replaced a 9 to 5 where we spent 8 hours. You know, we get rid of that lifestyle, or we want to get rid. Not everyone's at that stage yet, right? But you know, the idea is trade, fucking live life, awesome, so cool, mad. Not saying to get there you don't have to fucking put in the screen time to actually understand how this stuff works and see shit play out over and over again. But we definitely aren't quitting an 8-hour day at an office to come and spend another 8 hours in an office. Like, maybe at the start, if you really want to fast track your back testing, I also think you can do more harm than good. But if any of you boys or girls truly believe in visualization, before you are profitable, you have to act as if you are profitable. And I tell you right now, the dude making $5 million a year from trading ain't spending fucking 8 hours on the charts. That dude's probably spending 1 hour a week on the charts, marking out a fucking level, and then setting up an alert and saying, if this happens, I take this trade, and that's it. And that's all it does. And he makes more money than all the spastics trading the 15-second chart, fucking looking at this shit and like, oh my god, here's a fucking inversion, I'm gonna take it. Like, this makes you feel good in the short term, right? Like this, I'm not saying this can't work, because I've been in some discords where guys trade a 15-second chart and they hit this over and over again because that's what they've learned. But ideally, I'm trading again with the end in mind as well. I don't want to be a guy fucking looking out on a 15-second chart. I like the way I've set my trading up. I can take 1 or 2 trades a session. I call it a day. I come back tomorrow, and I'm happy with that for now. You know, like ideally, I want to get to a point where I can take 5,000 tick swings. And if I am, you know, trading a personal account and I've got this, you know, I see this inversion here, I take the close, I'm bearish, I set my stop at the high, you know, whatever, if it's this high and I'm trading a lower RR system, and I just do that, and I just repeat this, I just do this twice a week and make 2 to 5% a month, and life would be awesome. But that is a longer term goal. Longer term goal. So for now, I just do what works. But I'd say it's pretty real. I try and be real, bro. I try and be real. I don't like to think I'm an expert or anything as well, but I've paid for mentors that have been shit. I've paid for discords that have been absolutely immensely valuable. For me, that Trader Kane one ultimately has been number one when I first joined it, and I told him my situation, and this was in the midst of tilting on Apex, trading fucking through 600 evals in a week, and he just roasted me. He had 100 people in his live stream, and I asked the question, and he just gave 10 minutes of his day just to fucking roast me for 10 minutes straight. But it was like obviously valuable for everyone else, and I'll never forget it, because genuinely it flipped a switch. And that was in the exact moment that he told me the thing I just typed out, which is we quit our job to trade full time. Because more people think in this game that like, you're not paid on your fucking time spent, paid on your ability to make and execute decisions. Which is why it doesn't matter how many decisions you make. Obviously, the more education-based trading social media becomes, more people are going to know this, but I'm finding out that a lot of people still don't know this stuff. So it's like, it's crazy to me. There's things that I think are common sense, but I guess it's only become common sense because I've done it for long enough. And I actually have to remember that. Because, yeah, trading more does not equate to more money. Most definitely. Like, I'll show you one thing, boys, on my channel. There was one day where I back in the day, where is it? Look at these trading live streams, boys.
5 hours, 5 hours, 5 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours. Like I was so attached to the charts. And look at the profit on some of these streams, $100. Look at this one, 50 minutes, normal. 3 hours, yeah, some of them are green, some of them are red. It's not necessarily a thing, but there is a 10-hour live stream in here somewhere. There was one day I was just fucking, I was off it. I was absolutely off it. 10 hours here. I had to make a new thumbnail for the Asia and London session. And I ended the day up $89 or $69. It's quite funny. You just see the change in character throughout the day. 10 hours though, it was, yeah. Live streaming as well. Anyway, it's funny. It is fucking, it's pretty funny, I can't lie. I look back at it, it's funny. Yeah, I don't mind long content. Don't just take long because I marked it out, but I don't mind it based on what's occurring here. I'm just tape reading this for myself. I really hate the size of this 15-minute gap. You just got to be wary as well, Con. What this is telling you, right? Expecting this to trade back up when we're clearly bearish, right? So taking a long here, number one, is against market structure. And you're asking a lot for this before it sweeps this low again to push up into here. I'm not saying it won't, but it's just something that I personally, why I wouldn't want to be in any trades here. So I'm going to delete this just because I hope that that wasn't the reason I did that. Only reason I marked it out is because systematically with an external sweep, this would be a setup and it was a bounce level here. But we still didn't even tag the bounce level, so this wouldn't even be valid.
Snap the fingers, draw martini. Life's a show.
All good, bro. I might hop off in a bit as well. But, like, if we take this low, then I've got nothing to frame. Only reason I would like to see is if we pushed up here and then I could take continuation. I don't hate this as continuation, but an RR would have to present itself. There's no 2000 inverses here that I like. You know, if we had a nice push up here and we inversed, I'd be open to it. But yeah, like I don't. We've tightened up heaps. This is, you know, it's not really tradable for me. At the moment as well, bro, I use fixed risk Conti. So $300. I have a rough idea of what that looks like. So generally I go in with 3 or 5 micros, and then I will adjust it by 1. So here when I shorted, 300 was basically the high, so I just maintain that. If I short here in the volatility, and then this is the 180, then I'll add 3 more, or you know, something like that. But for me, yeah, I can't take anything unless we're still bearish. So hopefully you're not getting shafted right now, brother. But this is my target for today anyway, for now. Which would be a full external low sweep of the 4 hour. And then realistically, I mean, I'd mark this out, but I'd be marking out candle bodies as the next sort of draw here. So we do have some levels to work towards. This, then maybe we glow. But to me, this looks like the draws of if it wants to reprice here. If this level holds us up, then we'll probably see this be the base of this larger consolidation range. Such an aggressive sell. You just got to think, like, who is shorting this low as well, Conti? That's one thing that helped me a lot, is really thinking about, as a retail dude, like, who is pressing short here? Not many people. A lot of people want to press long here because they like the idea that this can trade for a 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. Whereas the guy that shorts this and tries to target a 1 hour here, probably he's gonna make more money. So it's still bearish, and the volatility just picked back up again. This little move here. I really like this, boys. This is sick. Sean gave me this. I'm not sure if he's still in Sean, but I read it. I'm a fan. So for anyone that's joined, because got 11 people in here now, I already taken a trade, and I won't be taking another trade unless we come back into 50% of this range, the very least 50% of this range, which we didn't do. So the trade that I took was short and sweet, and pretty much the fucking top of the market for this session. So I just stay patient. I've taken my 1 win. I mean, overall, we're on a bearish market as well, boys. Like, I'm not a big fundamental guy, I'll be honest. I don't really care about that shit. But if you are, combine this bearish nature with what's going on currently. Fucking, I've heard some weird shit recently, Epstein files and whatever else, all things that can hurt the US economy. The one thing that I'm noticing is the Australian dollar is getting much stronger against the US dollar, and the US dollar is getting a bit weaker against the Aus dollar. So this is just saying that the US economy is slowly getting worse compared to the Australian economy. I don't know much more than that about fundamentals, so I don't really fucking care. But yeah, I don't know if that answered your question, Cont. Contract sizing is hard to predict, right? Like, from 1 mini, 10 points is $200 risk. So 1 micro on 10 points, I think that's right. Yeah. 10 points is $200 risk, right? 20 points is 400 on a mini. So anytime you see a 20 point stop, every time you risk 1 micro, you just gotta remember that this is $40 of risk. 20 points, $40 of risk per micro. With the current volatility, I'd say stops are around 30 to 40 points in my opinion. Let's say we took a close here, 40 points. So you're risking about $70 to $80 per micro. So if you're trying to risk 200, the best sweet spot, in my opinion, for a 50K, just in general, and then adding or subtracting, is always 3 to 5 micros. A lot of traders will say that starting to trade with, like, not on fixed risk, but Trader Kane, another thing he says is to trade a fixed lot size or micro size, right? Learn how to trade 3 micros and stick to that. And then you can scale into 4 micros, and then 5 micros, and then eventually 10 micros, and then 20. Different ways to approach it. Yeah, hopefully I'm helping out with some of you boys. I'm not sure if you see there's 11 of you, but if any of this stuff is providing to be helpful, hopefully it is. And if you could like the stream, it would really help me out. Sub if you're not, because I live stream every day, and hopefully you boys can join along for this little journey of turning this stuff around and getting funded, getting payouts, and hopefully scaling and going from there and seeing it all unfold, because everything is going to be fucking documented. Absolutely everything. And anyone else, feel free to type in chat as well. Feel free to ask me any questions, ask me anything trade related, fitness related, mindset, anything. Not an expert, but maybe I can provide some assistance. Slow market now, boys. It's a bit slowed down a lot for sure. It's still seeking, but this is a nice Asia session in terms of it's a nice volatile session. Super it's seeking today, boys and girls, but we're seeking this low. I ain't interested in anything, no. I was in here, I'm not doing anything now, like I can't. It's too fucking, I mean, again, I was talking with it before, but this is the only 2000 inversion here. It's back to the downside, and we close underneath it, we tag it, and we fucking sell, we shoot down. So it's bearish, boys. If it's doing it at lows, it's been doing it since up here, and it's doing it down here. So I wouldn't be trying to long this. Honestly, I wouldn't even be trying to long it underneath here. If you are thinking about going long, it definitely can do this, and it can do this throughout the rest of the day, right? It can sell up and buy up all the way back, right? But I've traded many Asia sessions where it takes this low and then it just keeps going. And I've got no interest in that. I've got no interest in that. Like a nice retracement here, and then a sell back down. I would have. Like I said, I wanted to see continuation, please. I wanted to see this same thing. We just didn't get it. And on the 1,000 tick chart, I know that there would have been a decent setup. Maybe not a perfect setup, but a decent one. So possibly here, this inversion, sweep internal, take a close with this. I probably would have had my stop here, but because it's 1,000, I wouldn't have taken it. And the reason being is that usually the 1,000 is too tight, so you'd have to protect it a bit higher or whatever. But on the 2,000, there's nothing, so. And this bearish close is engulfing, so this actually shows displacement. This retrade as a continuation model is nice, but I'm not taking closes of things at the moment. I'm taking inversions and then retrades into the inversion.
Sirens make a melody, part of this electric symphony. Every shadow starts to dance and sway, washing all the busy thoughts away. Just let them drift and fade away. And the skyline starts to glow for me. A million stories I can see. I feel building, rising high underneath this endless sky. Golden haze and city lights in this maze, it feels so right. Yeah, the pulse is in my soul, losing all my self-control. Golden haze.
Boys, I've got to take a fucking call and have a dart. I will be back in a quick jiffy. I'll hang out for a bit and just see what happens, because I'm in a good mood today. And we'd like to see what we do here. But yeah, I'll be back in less 3-4 minutes. Feel free to head off if you want to, or stick around. But I appreciate you all for being here and staying with me up until now anyway, so I really appreciate it. I'll be back in a sec, boys and girls. Thank you.
First station side, I'm ready. all green inside, all green inside, breathing like a chorus, all green inside. Platform mist on a moving pane, coffee heat in a paper frame, seat by the aisle, jacket loose, an open rhythm I didn't choose, shoes tap quiet in a private rhyme, head grows taller over time, headlines fade to watercolor, my shoulders lengthen, thoughts grow smaller. If static tries to take my view, I'll switch to dial to something new. No need to fight, no need to prove. I pick a tempo, build to soothe. All green inside, heartbeats glad, clear as morning, steady tide. All green inside, say it once, I say it twice. Calm arrives and feels like light. Wait, not like a kind of guy. All green inside, all green inside. All green inside. All green, rooftops rolling, neat parade. Sun no day, draws a pale cascade. Someone left 2 rows behind. It lands like velvet on my mind. Old to-do list shrinks to seed. I water hope, not rush or need. Gratitude without a stage. A page that turns a softer page. In, out, count 4. Room appears where worry tore. I hold that space and let it pour. I'm brand new through the open door. All green inside. Rhythms glide. Clear as morning, honest tide, all green inside. Say it once, I say it thrice. Warmth arrives without a fight. Call it balance, call it white. All green inside, all green inside. All green inside. All green.
Excuse me. Chat's a bit quiet, but yeah. You know what's hard, boys, as well? It's very hard, unless you're involved early, to get involved in this. So, another thing is realizing that it's not easy to trade this. Once this happens in 1 hour, but a lot of the move happens, you know, in 7 minutes, 8 minutes. The majority of this move happens very quickly. Not many people like shorting this, right? Once the intention's clear. I managed to trade the first part of the move, but it's not easy to trade that. So I just saw a message, someone messaged me saying that market's pretty shit today, and to be honest, it is. Because when it trades so quickly with intention, it's hard to be involved, but that comes from hesitation. My bias was bearish. I traded the bearish setup, and that's it. I don't know if Asia's gonna do this or if it's gonna do this. I don't know. It can do this all day. I agree. 6-4 sell side. This low? Well, this is sell side, liquidity. Yeah. So the other thing that happens now is we sweep this low and then we come back up into that premium discount range where I would like to get short from for continuation. This becomes the new range now. So push back up into some of these highs and then sell off. We're getting to that point in the session now where generating this liquidity also makes sense. So for me, I'd have to see this provide an inversion. Probably refine it to a lower area, but it's hard. Same for me. It's hard. It's hard once this move happens to get involved here. I like continuation trades when we're so bearish. I really like them. But I need something clean. Like if I go on a 500 and if this was 2000, right? Let's say this one. If this was a 2000 tick chart, I'd be taking this all day, even at where we are. Like I know this seems stupid, but 1.5 is what I trade. So sweeps in external high. Sweeps an external high, bearish, retrade, sell lower. Like, yeah, you can catch fucking 6R on that ID, but that's not the point. The point is, these are scalable and repeatable. And you find plenty of times, boys, that when we're selling off, we have these continuation trades, right? So let's say here we're bearish, we come for this low, we're super bearish. All right, now we're in continuation at 50% of this range. So then I'm waiting. All right, mark out my inversion. We push below. I take this as the short. I target 1.5. That's it. That's a continuation trade for me. If we got the same thing here, I would have taken it. We push up. We did the same thing here. We sweep an internal. We have an inversion. We close below. I can take this 1.5. Here, continuation, close, retrade. We just didn't get it today, you know. I just didn't get that continuation here. Here, this becomes an inversion. I'll taper it up, but I'm not going to execute on it because there's a gap here, and I don't like where we're doing it. Right, I don't really like this spot. But we can tape read it. If this closes, I'll tape read it. This is the tape read. I just want to see, you know, the first continuation leg for me is always going to be a strong, and this didn't close, right? So this isn't a trade yet. It has to close and show the intention. But this first level of push up provides the best chance of continuation, because if this continuation fails, then usually it's a V-shaped recovery to where it wants to sink back to. Yeah, I agree. I'm bearish until at least I've marked out more lows on my trading view, but for me, I've got these sort of levels marked out, which are 1 hourly and 4 hourly lows. And so that 4 hourly low here that I marked as the body, I'm going to refine to this 1 hourly low here. Because to me, this is the most immediate next draw after here. So if we close and take 579, then I think, you know, 500's on the card. So I'm with And this is important, boys, as well. I don't know if there's fucking girls in most of them. Surprisingly, a few girls have said that they want to get into trading, so I never know. I just have a habit of saying boys, because... Anyway. Market's bearish. Looking for the bearish setup or waiting for it is going to always be better than waiting for the... Like, let's say this fails, right? Let's say this pushes back up. It doesn't mean that the same inversion can't happen here, right? We push up, we push down, we push up, we consolidate, we push up, and then we inverse, and then we take that. Maybe you want to be involved here, right? But as long as I have my own system, like for me, this is a range, 50%. It has been fulfilled, so, you know, but then, you know, can I take this as a trade? No, because we closed back inside of the gap. And realistically, this is the full inversion gap, so it's just that the EMA is here and there's a few reasons why. But I just prefer this initial. So we'll keep it, like I say, and then when it actually does what I want it to, then I'll potentially see if it would be a winning trade, but I ain't taking it.
Hands talk, stories grow.
242. I think that would be one of my lower external targets. 242, so similar, yeah, this low, which is 239 for me. And that would be bloodbath, but at the moment, you can't ignore that NQ is extremely bearish, boys. This hourly has been completely overshadowed by these large sell-offs, you know what I mean? All you have to do sometimes is just look at what's occurring. Like it. The best thing I seen in a trading book, Market Wizards, get your mum or your sister, right, or your girlfriend or your wife to fucking open TradingView and just say, what is the chart doing? And let them answer. And more times than not, without knowing too much, they'll probably tell you the right thing. So I think if a lady saw this, she'd probably say it's going down. And that is your bias. That should be your bias. Because for us, we research all these strategies and all this analysis and all this fucking mumbo jumbo, whatever the fuck. And then we try to convince ourselves that we know when this is going to put a bottom in, but the reality is, boys, it's going down. So just fucking, I think the majority of my trades have been short recently. So I wouldn't take this, boys, but I think this is going to get a closure underneath. I'm not going to take it. It's not that I wouldn't take it. Let's just say we press sell right now and we're looking for a 1.5 on this. Alright. This could wick back in and close bullish, but anyway, this would be a continuation to the low. I wouldn't take this, so just remember this is a take read. It's not a trade that I would take, but it has potential. And one of the things I like seeing is, does it allow people to get involved in the trade? So are people shorting this comfortably? Probably not. You know, this 1 minute fair value gap. Is anyone confidently shorting this? No. So anyone that managed to get into this somehow is pretty protected. Whereas there's a lot of people trying to say, alright, we swept this low, we had this inversion, I want to be long once we close above, and I want to take it back to this high for a quick 2R. Don't be that guy. You know what I mean? Why is this green box so fucking... Alright, let's just see. This is a tape read. I would not take this. I can't stress this enough. I don't like trading this little range here. Like, look at how much we moved. I don't want to have a trade where my stop is so, tight. I like this because I have a succinct stop, right? A stop is at a swing high. This is a very quick continuation trade, so I'm not a fan of it. This is not A+ to me. This is like a B setup. But it's just, again, using my 2000 inversions and just framing the trade as is and seeing if it plays out. That's all it is, boys. Girls. This is what you want to see. You want to see 1 hour gaps stay open, and you want to see them trade away with aggression. When I got involved in this trade here, this was the best thing about the trade that I was in, is seeing this happen. It deliver away, because then this becomes a very quick sell-off. I'm not a big fan of, we sell down here and then we retrade to the most upper fair value gap, and I don't like that. I like it when it dies, and it dies. Because the only people, unless you shorted here and you held through all this chop, these people are making money. These people don't get to make as much money as these people. And if this hits as a W, I'm not going to be cut. I don't care. Because I know that this for me is a hard to replicate trade. I can't replicate this. I know that if I took this trade over and over again, I'd probably have a lower win rate than if I took this trade over and over again. This trade, I have confidence in if there was the right setup. But we're tape reading this anyway. Because realistically, right, if we take this 1 hourly low, this is not a far target, right? We're not shooting for fucking, we're not shooting for this low, or we're not shooting for this low, or we're not shooting for this, like, too far into here. We're just shooting for the low and then, a slight push past the low. Which is why this could work, but it's not. Again, I wouldn't take it. And to be honest, this is the inversion. Let me just see something. Because where you get involved also heavily changes. Like, if this would have been nice if it retraded a touch of the inversion, but it didn't. So we'll keep it to where the 1.5 was. But we compare that if we traded the retest of it with the high, then your 1.5R becomes here. So we'll just compare these two. We didn't retrade it, so this could have been a setup where you either got tagged in because you entered on the close, or you were patient for the retest and you didn't get it and it's running without you. These are the two ideas. Might be something where I backtest or forward. I don't really fucking backtest, if I'm being honest. But maybe on these continuations, like a 1-to-1 with reduced risk. Because 1-to-1 sits right at the low. And a 1-to-1 on this would sit like very much in the range. Could I have taken this, made it a massive W day and felt good about myself? Maybe. But I don't have confidence in this right now, so I don't do it. I trade what I'm confident in, and I build upon that. Let me know if this any of this stuff is helping, boys, or no. Yeah. And usually, like, when I take this trade, like say I confidently took this short, this would be a greed mechanism for me, the way that I trade. Not saying this won't work. I'm not saying this is a good trade to take. I said this is a trade that, based on continuation, is possible. But this would be greed, right? It would be a factor of not being happy that I was in the trade here and took it to here and made the money that I need to make for my system, versus, oh my god, it's so bearish. If I take a short here, I can make this a huge day. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. I give a fuck if it fulfills criteria, you know, that supports me not overthinking about the setup. Because here I can overthink. Here I don't overthink. It's like, all right, this goes bearish. I'm either wrong or it goes bearish. This is like, all right, I could be right about this continuation, but I can still get stopped out here, and I don't like that. If we had this 50% retracement here, we pushed up, and then we had this, and then we sold off. Again, if I take the short here, it's like I'm either wrong about continuation or I'm not. Getting involved here ain't the same thing, in my humble opinion. It's just yeah. What MS Gufo said, it is just bearish continuation growing down. It's just don't go long and just get on side with the market, and if you can't, then just get off, like, because the boys, when we're coming at 4-hour lows like this, like, sometimes we just fucking send through. Sometimes we wick and we send back up, but sometimes we just send through. We just send through. Send through. Send through. Send through. Like, don't be the guy trying to catch a fucking, you know, 10-hour long. It might work today. It might work. You might catch the long. More times than not, it's not gonna work. And we're seeing here, like, had just by pressing short with the right, you know, just by pressing short anywhere today, you'd be making money, besides this little gap here and this here. But I guarantee you that a lot of rich people are really enjoying this today because they've been waiting for this to occur. And they've got their whole fucking portfolio right now. So that if we had taken this, if it retested, this first trade would have been a dub. Had it retested, but we wouldn't have been tagged in. So let's just see if this continuation trade would have would hit. And if this hits, boys, I think I will call my stream there, because I think that'd be a successful trading day in the books, personally. 5, 7, 8, yeah. And there we go, Biddy Bands. We tagged it. And again, this would be a trading fixed risk, right? Because the reality is you should be trading the 1R to the low, and that's it. But my system is a 1.5R, so when I accept $300 of risk, I have to return $450 on that accepting of risk. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. It's not worth risking 300 to make 300. Where I'm currently at in my trading. So if I can't justify $300 in this trade, I won't take the trade. I could justify 300 on this trade. The money, bank store restrictions, set up phone classes. And this is ugly. A reclaim back in straight away. When I see this pick up and then send back lower. But the trade's not still invalid until we close above this high. On this continuation, of course. This is like legitimately market structure being created as we speak. The moment that this breaks this high, this is now a change in market structure, right? So, yeah. And this is why I hate these trades, because they're just fucking hard to sit through. I don't like them at all. Like, I'm not even in the trade and I feel low-key sick watching it. This is the hopeful trade. It's like you waited all session to be short, and then you finally got in short, and then it starts to go up. It's generally what used to happen to me all the time. I'd be scared to execute anywhere in here. Alright, I'm gonna get continuation. Alright, waiting. Alright, now I've executed. And then okay, but now I've got a perfect inversion. Yeah, this is a tape read, Mitch. I'm done for this session. I already took my win up here. This is just a continuation tape read. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, bro. I'm just tape reading this. I wouldn't take this, that's why I'm not in it. Otherwise I would have taken it, because I take 2 wins. This is my risk parameter. This is what I follow. 1 loss stop, 1 win, 1 more trade, 1 win, 1 loss stop. So this next trade, if I don't like it, I'm not going to take it. I don't like this trade enough to risk my next trade in it. I liked it here, I really liked it here, but we didn't get it. I would have liked it even more if we came up here. But once we consolidate, you know, all I need is just 1 bullish print up. Inversion to print. Once we get this, I don't mind, because it's so bearish. So then I take that, you know, I'm happy with that. But yeah, London trap, this is true, because what happens is now it can start generating liquidity for London, which I don't like. There is a point here where you have to flip back to long, because what market we want to do eventually is whether it sweeps the slow or it starts pushing back up, and then it wants to start generating liquidity and then scaring these early shorters. And then what you even see sometimes is London pushes up, and then you get that, and then this fulfills an even bigger framework. New York just delivers a fucking naughty little thing. Yeah, I agree. Once this daily low, like I said that, once this daily low is taken, everything is less quality, which is why, you know, I think off here, like I said, trading this just to the low would make the most sense, but I trade off fixed 1.5, so I'm just trying to forward read what would happen had I stuck to what my system says. Yeah, I reckon New York is gonna fucking tank. I've got to be wary as well, because what you're saying is true. I don't know like how educated someone is when they watch me, so I'll try to put this, but I don't know if this fucking people actually know even what a tape read is.
Only ICT fucking people know what that means.
Breath keeps time, I'm light as a skyline. Steady climb, good mood rolling in. I carry the sun, quiet city stretches. I'm already one, hands find back.
What Guardius said, I pinned that comment, boys. The goal is to feel the same at the end of each day, content with that you executed your plan. I'm content because this is my fucking system. This is like beautiful, everything 50% retracement. I had my 5,000 level of inversion here. It was beautiful, we tapped into it. It was just mad, bad. Again, I have the same things here, but it's in this premium level, so everything here is like less quality. I mean, here, if we extend some of these, we'll probably find as an inversion level. And this one here, that price has probably come back to respect these levels here and then delivered away from it. But here we've closed on there, we've come back into this 5,000 inversion. So here you'd really want to see if it's bearish enough for it to just deliver into this low one more time. I'll hang out until this trade hits one of these two things, and then I'll hop off because we're pushing 3 hours in the stream right now, and I think that's a respectable shift, lads and ladettes. Let's say 24148 on the table. 2-4, fuck, you were bearish as hell. 2-4, oh yeah, I agree with you. That was I think that's my lower. 2-4. 2-4-1-4-8. Not sure why it's different. Maybe that's a bit weird. That's booking me out a bit. I don't know if that, oh, this is the NQ and MNQ anyway. Yeah. Same thing, same. It's slow. I think, I'll look it out, boys. I'll fucking look it out. I'm wigging out. Anyway, yes, I agree. I need to fucking eat. I got soccer game this afternoon tonight. I'm hungry, bro. I'm hungry. Still early on this year, boys. We are building consistency in the first couple months of the year. 13% into the year. So we're 13 meters into a 100-meter sprint, boys. We've got a long way to go. That goes for everyone here. So my first 3 months up until March, to be honest, boys, is just about building consistency. Into that previous swing before the run. This swing, yeah. Like you're targeting into this run here. I think you're talking about maybe. Yeah, 4 hour. Let me take some of these off because it makes it a little bit fucking. Yeah, run it, bro. Explain. What do you mean this swing here? Because this is the all-time high swing. So this low. Like this is an area. Zone here. Yeah, I see what you mean. Charles Zhang, bro. No funded accounts currently, man. I am on evals, proving discipline and consistency, my brother. I have to date this year only spent $500 on evals, which is down from 30,000 in 2023, 80,000 in 2024, and 10,000 or something like that in 20,000 in 2025 because we ran out of money. So to be at 700, it's a big improvement, boys. You know what the next stage after that is? Payouts. I've gotten payouts before. Been scammed. Life sucks sometimes, but it's what you make of it. So unfortunately, Charles, my brother, if you are here to watch me make 50k a month from the get-go, we're not there yet. But we will get there. It should be a good bear market bounce. Yeah, I agree with that. It would sort of look similar to this. From underneath it and push up. So you'd be looking at getting underneath these lows and then maybe either bouncing from here or maybe falling into here, because this is a longer time frame swing. Would bring us quite deep into fucking 21,500, which is possible, but that looks like a lot of pain. Possible though, possible. Yeah, exactly. I don't look at the monthly, but when I do, it's important. Because essentially, like, markets still reprice monthly, things eventually, right? We didn't reprice this swing necessarily. The fuck did I just roll? Oh my god. Like, this is a swing. We pretty much wicked into it, to be honest. But then this monthly swing is pretty much due for its own week reprice. Doesn't need to come down to here, but again, this 21,500 is something to keep an eye out for.
And when these things do happen, they happen hella quickly. They happen very quickly. People will find, boys, why don't I take these trades, right? Because I just don't like them. That's why I didn't take it. Well, if this doesn't hit in the next 3 minutes, I'm gonna end the stream regardless because, yeah, there's no need to me to fucking sit here and watch price fuck around at lows. You know, I'd rather not waste my day doing that. I mean, this is a doji as well, like even for a like that. But let's see if it just wants to tag this and fucking flip. But I don't, yeah, to be honest, I don't care. Liquidity, brev. Castillo, brev. I like you, brev. What a G. Yes, straight. Well, liquidity, it's like there's orders at this low, right? So it's like it has to trade back up. Like I said, I'm still a fucking noob, bro, in the grand scheme of things. I wouldn't take this. Sometimes I think I just do it just to fucking do it. But it has to reach for internal. Internal. I know that. I did the MMXM. I still have it on my computer, bro. But I have to like constantly rejog my own memory sometimes because it's true. Like when this is a daily low, I don't need to be targeting that because this is the target. Once we take this done everything I need. This could be the new low now for the next fucking week, you know. What Mitch is saying is extremely fucking accurate. No, I appreciate it, bro, because number one, I'm not an expert, and number two, like, it's a big reason why I do it as well, because I know that there's people that join, and like, I've had some dudes join who make, like, they don't even trade prop firms, they just fucking wanted to see what the fuss is about, and like, I am an absorber of information, and I am one person, but I try and stay true to this. I am not an expert. I do not want people to come to me for trading fucking, like, I don't want to tell you if it's going to go up or down or whatever. I just trade what I think is going to happen. That's it. I know that there's a lot of mentors and gurus who say like, this is going to go down. I said this yesterday.
I was watching these trading live streams on TikTok, and these guys are like, silver is gonna do this. This chart is gonna do this. It's like, bro, no one knows it's gonna fucking happen. It's just people have either traded for a lot longer than you and have understood what is more probable, or there's different things, but no one knows it's gonna happen. And so, you know, there's a 19-year-old kid out there making 30 times what you know, some of us have ever made in our life, and then there's a 40-year-old dude who's been trading for 10 years and can't even get to break even. So I'm 25, and I was mentored by a 20-year-old for over a year. Like, I don't, it doesn't bother me. That's why I actually, like, genuinely, I appreciate it, because I'm open to criticism, and what you said is completely valid. Once we take this low, zero need to be involved in anything. Everything from this 1 hour fair value gap here, what we saw, this is the internal to external play. And like I said, a big reason why I have struggled with profitability for a while is we've gone from actually taking this trade to now just tape reading it and knowing that it's not worth the risk. And the reason that I am not getting invested in this trade anymore is because I've actually gotten to the point where I'm starting to understand what is worth putting risk behind and not. Oh, I didn't know you've been here for a minute, bro, but I appreciate that. Hopefully you can still see I'm the same person. I'm the same guy, bro, I'm the same guy. But yeah. I mean, even that, like, the way I got involved in the grand scheme of things, it's like, knowing that the framework's there, I sometimes think, can I, you know, leave, like, even a one micro run up probably would have made me an extra, I don't know, $200, $300 on the trade, minimal risk. Something I could have trailed, you know, I have to work on that and develop that over time. But for me, you guys, or some of you will know, struggling for so long with overtrading and intervention of emotions. So I'm really just trying to perfect this. And I think I'm getting a lot better at that. And I can replicate that, and I can scale this. And I think that becoming a part of this will happen naturally as I get better at this. But yeah, I mean, it's tied back into the point now, so I think now it's just a slow grind, and it probably will slow grind back up as people want to take short. Nah, not yet, bro. I'm trying to just do this stuff for, like, free value. I know it's actually good. People say it, create a community and thing, but I'm not sure which direction I'd want to take that, and I don't want to do like a mentor Discord or anything like that. So yeah, at the moment I'm just putting that off. Just live stream, post content, free value. It is getting asked quite a bit, but not yet. No, I don't. The answer's no. But we'll see. No stress, bro. I'm gonna hop off as well, boys. So anyone that's here, appreciate you all hanging out, but I'm done for the Australian trade. No, trade loans. I'm done for the day. But I appreciate each and every one of you hanging out. Today was a good stream. A lot of people involved. So I love each and every one of you greatly, eternally, for helping me, making my day more enjoyable. Hopefully I've provided some level of value. But yeah. Buddy Mitch, fucking Charles, MS Gufo, boys, Conti, VXT, Guardius, Nana, Thomas, everyone, BW, Shinji,
my boys, brothers, mothers, sisters, whoever. Appreciate you all, but I'm gonna hop off and enjoy the rest of my afternoon. And yeah, if you could help me out, like the stream, sub if you're not, because I'm growing and I'm gonna continue to. I'm doing this shit anyway, so you don't have to. It doesn't really bother me, but it does help me out. So either way, much love, appreciate you all, and I will catch you tomorrow for Asia stream same time. Adios, much love, and goodbye. We'll little love heart in the chat for the people, because that's a gay love heart, brother. Why isn't that? I want it to be the actual symbol, man. And that's a gay love heart. Anyway, much love, people. I'm hopping off now. I will chat to yous. Chat to you tomorrow. Goodbye.